Okay, so still in Ephesians, I believe this is chapter 2. Um, since God has saved us from hell, and we cannot earn it by our own works, we also cannot lose it by bad works. We can't lose it. Um, this is where you can't lose salvation. But when we are continuing to do bad works, we do need to examine ourselves and be like, all right, what's going on? Are we just far from God right now as a Christian? Is He disciplining us? Is He pruning us to bear more fruit? Or is He, or were we really even, did we even ask Christ sincerely to forgive us? Um, I know my salvation experience, I've shared a lot. I was pregnant with my firstborn son, and the truth started hitting me really hard, the development of my baby, and the forced abortion from years ago came out, and I was like, holy cow, wait a minute, if he's kicking now, wait a minute, then, and I don't look pregnant at all, then how, what stage was I at with the abortion? And God used the abortion to save me. He used it to show me, because I loved kids, what truth was, and I had taken all the blame, and that is something women do. Um, a lot of women can't handle the blame. Mine was on my parents, but a lot of women can't handle the guilt of abortion, so they drink or do drugs or actually want to kill themselves. And this is why I have such a heart for women, um, because they're continuing to live. Denial is probably the biggest. They continue to live a lie, and it's very difficult for them to turn to Christ and ask God, to forgive them. Mine, like I said, I took all the blame with all the false guilt and everything I was given and just a bunch of stuff. And later on, putting the blame where it did belong. But but to see, the truth that Christ does die for sin. He died for my sin. Even somebody who was supposedly a good enough girl. I know my heart and I know how sinful it is, and He died for me. So, once you are saved, you always will be saved. And as I cried on that couch, being pregnant with my firstborn son, suicide is very high among post-abortive women, and I didn't even want to live at that point because of the guilt that I had thought, I had felt. I felt guilt, and I had just wanted to end it all, but I was pregnant with my firstborn, and I lived for him. So God had used my firstborn to save me, and it's just amazing how not only did He save me, um, when not only did He show me truth, but then He used my son to save me. And then when I went to church, I was saved from hell. And God had been working in me. And when I was in hairdressing school, fortunately, I had, quit, uh, you know, college with court reporting, because that led me to hairdressing school, which led me to a woman named Carla who was sharing the gospel with me, like a Bible study and stuff. And that was God working in me. Do I believe God was with me during the abortion? Yeah, absolutely. There's no question about it. I think I probably was saved as a little girl when I asked Christ into my heart, but I didn't know it. And He protected me. He allowed me not to understand quite a bit during that time. I think if I would have understood what was going on, I don't know, I probably would have lost my mind. Who knows? But I didn't know, and it was done and over pretty quickly.